Hello, YouTubers. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, I just got back from the Coronation Ball at Lady C's and it was phenomenal. I know I look a hot mess, but that's what happens when you have a lot of fun. You look a hot mess sometimes. And right now I look a hot mess because I had a lot of fun. It was great. So the coronation was heavily religious. It's a very religious ceremony. There's a lot of symbolism involved in it that go back hundreds of years. And I was amongst a bunch of people who were protesting in the area where I was at, saying, "Not my king, not my king." And you know, you're going to always have opposition. But I would say overall, the majority of the people were very happy for King Charles and Camilla. There was overwhelmingly support for them, and it was a good feeling from, you know, what I saw, and a lot of people out on the streets that day. I did get a copy of the coronation booklet, and I must say, compared to the Queen's Jubilee, you know, things are definitely scaled back a lot. I mean, this is 8 pounds, but when I got it, it was only 5 pounds. So, you know, the king is definitely trying to cut back on a lot of costs, and you can see how maybe even with today, I think there could have been a better way to funnel all the people to watch the procession, because we literally were bottlenecked into one area. And by the time we got close enough to the street, we were like rows back and there was nowhere else to go. It just seemed like there were so many people there that more people could have been lining the streets, because I saw areas of the streets that didn't have hardly any people on them. People were out and about in the rain. So that could have been better. Before the crowning, the Archbishop delivered the sermon to 2,300 guests, people from all around the world. We had politicians, we had celebrities, foreign royalty, everyday heroes, and the royal family. I love seeing Kate and William out talking with people, greeting everyone, and just being personable. It really shows their connection to the people, their appreciation for the people. And that, I think, is what gives them that bond of togetherness that they get from most people, because they are really much more connected to everyday people, and that is essential in their position. Camilla, she looked very confident and stoic, body language experts say. She displayed a great level of confidence at the coronation. Darren Stanton, a psychologist and author, analyzed Her Majesty's posture and facial expressions at the ceremony, which she too was crowned as Queen Consort. And the body language expert also said that Camilla looks very regal and has adopted the role very easily. A language expert has said, on the biggest day of his life, the monarch was understandably feeling the nerves before he was crowned at Westminster Abbey. I would say most people in this position would feel a little nervous and have anxiety around it. I mean, you know, it's a pretty big day. Okay. So in the car on the way to the palace, interspersed with some tense looking hand fidgeting, and he and Camilla's slightly hunched shoulders suggested they were bracing themselves for the day ahead. And I could imagine, you know, there could have been some disruptions that he may have been nervous about, because people were speculating about what could Harry maybe do, what could his wife maybe do. Well, luckily, they didn't do anything, which is good. Let's applaud them for not coming up with the scheme and disrupting the day. They did not disrupt the king's coronation. Good for them. So they're starting to learn to mind their manners. We have to call them out when they do good. They were good children today. The list of 2,300 invited guests reads like a who's who of politics, show business, world leaders, foreign royalty, with a sprinkling of everyday heroes and close family and friends of the king and his wife. French President Emmanuel Macron was attending to show his friendship, respect, and esteem for the UK with U.S. singer-songwriter Lionel Richie. The repair shops Jay Blaze and the Prince and Princess of Wales and their children. Now, the Duke of Sussex, he arrived at the Abbey, but the Duchess, we know she was not there. She remained her butt at home, probably watching on television, upset that she didn't get what she wanted. And it's, you know what we say? We say, good, keep your butt at home, woman. Stay home. You don't need to be here trying to do nothing that you want to do. We don't want you doing anything. So it's just best that you stay at home. And that's just what it has to be. A lot of things happen, very symbolic, very much in line with the continuity of the country. And it was something that will be etched in history forever. And Prince Harry was in the back, 4 rows back when he arrived. They're already talking about seeing him at Heathrow. So he got his butt out of Dodge and left. And then Harry looked like he was trying to save face. Like he had this overly exuberant smile the whole time. It's like, smack that smile off your face. You know you ain't happy. You trying to show like you happy. We know you ain't happy. We know you are so upset. You did not get to sit up there with the other royals. You have been delegated to the back and you're not happy about it. And you have your wife to thank for this cold icing. Now they're saying that he came in on a commercial flight. I don't think so. I do not think so. I think he was on a private jet. At least that's what I saw. So his PR is trying to spin it like he was on a commercial flight. I doubt it. And did you hear that the Queen said that Meghan was evil? Yes. Is this true? Oh my. I think the Queen would have a really good intuition about another woman. Generally speaking, women have a way of sensing certain skankiness of other women. Yes, it's just something inherent that women have. And it is being alleged that the Queen may have said such things. Now, we don't know for sure, but we can say for sure that we saw moments during the wedding where the Queen looked at Meghan with the side eye. She was like, I don't know about you. Okay. That's what the Queen did with her eyeballs, because I saw her do it in a photo. 1 month before her death, the Queen gave a withering assessment of the Duchess of Sussex. A source close to the family has sensationally claimed. Yes. So Queen saw through Meghan Markle. Like a lot of us, it's not just the Queen. There's something there. Okay? There's something there. Some of us saw it. Now, if there wasn't anything there, why would some of us see it? We don't see something there for Kate. No, we don't. But we saw something there for Meghan. Meghan was branded evil during a drinks reception at a dinner of the late monarch, which was hosted at Balmoral in August last year. The Queen's alleged remarks came at a time when Meghan and Harry's relationship with the firm hit at an all-time low after Meghan insinuated someone in the royal family had subjected her to racism. And hey, who could blame the Queen? Come on. We all know that a lot of people are speculating and saying this. And the Queen, she knew something because she was going through it. She was going through the accusations of racism. She was going through Harry's arguments with his brother, with his father. She would say, go talk to your father about it, because he was always coming to the Queen. So Harry was definitely giving the Queen a lot to have to deal with in the last days of her life. And it was all brought on by this woman that he brought home. Okay. And, you know, the Queen and everybody else saw through it. The source added, by this point, we all knew the Queen's health was in decline and she had months left. She seemed regretful about how things had panned out. And I'm sure, and you imagine going through your whole life committed to duty and service. And the last years of your life, you have to put up with this nonsense of this woman and what she has put your legacy through. It is an abomination what Meghan has done. And I would not blame the Queen for calling her evil, because it is. And for the guy at the dinner tonight where I was at that said she was the best thing that happened to the royal family, well, you say that to the people and how the Queen had felt in her last days of being in the monarchy and what she had to go through with what this woman has caused. It's not something that should have been welcomed into this, monarchy as a good thing, the best thing that has ever happened to the monarchy, because she has been disruptive. She has done very bad things to very good people. unnecessarily. It's not like they did something. It's not like her accusations around racism were for real. We all know. And the royals went above and beyond to do good for this woman. And this is why it's so absurd to think that anyone in that family was being racist, because I can tell you something right now. If anybody's being racist towards you, you're not going to have some like little thought about the color of some baby's skin. You're going to hear some pretty blatant, nasty things. And that did not happen.
There are people out there protesting and saying, "Not my king." You could hear it really loud.
So I was able to experience some of the protesters there. Luckily, they did not really get to do anything that was too disruptive. The coronation went off without a hitch. Meghan kept herself on the down low. She didn't try to do anything to overshadow, but you best be believing she's going to let the dogs out now, because she's ready to take off. And Harry, you prepare yourself, buddy, because you getting ready to go to the doghouse yourself, and you're going to be regretting everything that has happened. You're going to regret it. And later we'll be talking about how Harry will never be able to really truly go back into the royal household as someone of a beloved royal until he is no longer married to that woman. So with that said, we'll talk about more of this. You'll hear more of my time and travels here in England, and you'll definitely be hearing about my time at the ball. Yes, you will. All right, everyone. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.